Curfew has been imposed in several parts of Kathmandu after protesters stormed into the parliament premises, prompting security forces to resort to open fire and also tear gas shelling. The latest that we are getting is that shoot at sight orders have been given in the Nepal capital Kathmandu, and also reports are coming in that at least 5 protesters have died so far. Over 100 are injured in the action by the Nepalese security forces. The protests have been dubbed as the Gen Z protest, and this protest by the youngsters comes in response to the KP Oli government's recent move to restrict social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp and even X in the country for alleged non-compliance to rules. Well, look at those visuals. These are defining visuals. Thousands of youths, thousands of Gen Z out there in the streets of Kathmandu. This is a youth's protest, a student's protest. These are unprecedented scenes. All right. We are now being joined live by renowned political commentator from Nepal, Dr. Nishchal and Pandey, a former diplomat and currently the director for the Center for South Asian Studies, Kathmandu. A very warm welcome to you to Northeast Live, Dr. Pandey. Well,
thank you.
This is a very, very serious situation, unprecedented scenes there. Is there more to these protests? The first question that comes to mind, almost a replica of the Bangladesh protest that we witnessed last year.
Well, there is the anger and frustration has been there for some time in the streets of Nepal. But the actual triggering point was the social media ban imposed by this present government against, Facebook, X, Instagram. Now, these were very important platforms even for communication, because millions of Nepali migrant workers are abroad, and this is Dussehra time. They want to communicate home. And WhatsApp has also been closed down. So people are very angry and frustrated. But let me tell you that the young generation want change. And the target seems to be the 3 main leaders of the main political parties, Mr. Prachanda, Mr. Oli, and Mr. Deuba, who have ruled for the past 2 decades with equal incompetency. And the young people have not seen any other prime minister other than the 3 people. So they want change, they want younger leadership. So this anger seems to be a culmination of all these factors together.
But with what reports that we're getting in is that shoot at sight orders have been given. Things are clearly escalating. Well, is the government even appealing to the youths to calm down? Because force at this time, we are seeing thousands of these youths, angry youths on the streets. Force probably is not going to work.
The Prime Minister was away. He was in China overseeing the military parade there, and he has just returned back. There was a UML party convention just taking place. So I'm not sure who is in command, but surely they have breached the parliament outer the wall, and the parliament seems to be the target. The situation is tense. Some people have died. But again, the real issue here is that the young people do not have a connect with the old leadership. And the 3 political party leaders, they do not want to hand over power even to the young leaders that they themselves will nominate from their own faction of their own political parties. So I think the frustration is mounting. There is a lot of anger among the Generation Z. And as I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of issues, frustration with unemployment. A lot of people had gone to social media sites for advertising and for business promotion, which has been stopped, and for communication with their loved ones abroad. So I think this is really a combination of all those factors that have come together at play.
What we are learning is that the army is on ground, the Nepalese army is on ground, and of course the government is taking a tough posture, is engaging in a tough posture. We cannot lose so many young lives. Reports say that at least 5 protesters have died, nearly 100 or over that are injured. So, well, someone has to come in somewhere to calm things down. Is that even happening?
It's very sad to see the young people, they're losing their lives. Nobody seems to be in command of the situation. The parliament seems to be the target, but not only the parliament at the central level, even the provincial assemblies, the chief ministers, secretariats in the states. We are a federal country now, and they also are seem to be the target. Now there are some, of course, people that the Generation Z had joined themselves with, some influencers who are active in further fueling the protest. The reason here is, again, as I mentioned, people do not have a connect with the three old, tired political leadership. They are ruling among themselves. The governments keep forming and keep falling in Nepal in equal speed. Every year there is a new government, but the same three have been ruling. So I think there is a frustration, and also corruption cases, massive corruption cases. Contractors have been made MPs and they have been made ministers. So I think this whole issue is now coming up in the boil. And I feel that the government has to really take this very seriously and talk to the young people. There is no leadership. The Generation Z does not have a leader. They have just come together through social media posts, and it is very distressing to see people lose their lives in this manner today.
Now, you feel that the demand for change in leadership is at the base of this protest. Did the government not see this coming? Was it really important to to put a blanket ban on as many as 26 social media platforms? No country in today's era could think of doing that.
Now, this was a stupid decision, arrogance at its core. The government feels that we have a near two-third majority in parliament. Pretty much like Sheikh Hasina, they don't seem to be knowing the pulse of the people, especially the young people. And here, another problem is that they don't want to hand over leadership to their own nominated MPs of the political party. So situation can go it can turn any direction. For now, yes, they want a change. They want the corruption cases to be probed. The young people want leadership change. But tomorrow and day after tomorrow, if the situation escalates in this manner, we don't know what the demand will be from the streets.
Lastly, Dr. Pandey, where do you think this is headed and what could be the immediate solution? Because we don't want more lives lost.
Yes, I think, as I mentioned, there has been anger for some time. There were protests a few months ago, if you remember, to reinstate Nepal as a Hindu state. There were pro-monarchy protests, but government took it very lightly. The government thought these are only reactionary elements, rightist elements. Then came another protest with RSP. The RSP is a new political outfit with a young leader, a charming and a very, very popular leader. He has been in jail ever since. So now this is a most grave situation involving a leaderless campaign, only through the medium of TikTok, basically, because all the other platforms are banned. So young Nepalese have come together from outside, from Australia, US, Europe, and so forth. Also migrant labor from the Middle East, they have come together in social media and done this protest on a physical manner. So today is an interconnected world, and the government has to realize this. Instead, it has octogenarians in power who do not even know what is TikTok. So I think this is a real problem of a generation gap, and we have to solve this issue before it gets out of hand.
Absolutely need to solve this issue before more lives are lost. Thank you so much, Dr. Nischal Pandey, there, former diplomat, for your valuable perspective on the situation. We hope peace prevails soon. So yes, situation very much similar to that in Bangladesh. Our students protest, a leaderless protest. A leaderless protest is something which is always very dangerous. It's a collective protest by the youths, no face, no leaders, no one to talk to, go for a dialogue at this moment. There is chaos on the streets of Kathmandu. Those visuals there speak for themselves.